Okay, so this time we're going to talk about frequency tables. This is the second half of the stats review. So with frequency tables, this is just comparing poll data, basically, splitting it up into different categories so we can more quickly isolate and find information. Okay, so this first one, Blake surveyed people about what pets they had at home. Between three choices, he spoke with 28 females and some males, and his results are below. So first of all, he gives me another number here in the instructions that I need to fill in. He gives me that there are 28 total females. So I'm going to write that in. Okay, so the first thing I have to do with this table is I need to use what is given to me to finish filling out all the information. I have enough information here that I can do that. So first of all, if there's 28 females and there's 50 total people surveyed, if you take 28 away from 50, that should give me the number of males, right? So 50 minus 28 would be 22. So if I do 22 plus 28, it should equal 50, right? That would be correct. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and go through and finish totaling these up. So 3 plus 10 is 13. So 13 had other pets. 9 plus 6 is 15. So that would be 15 people had cats. So then to get how many people had dogs, 15 plus 13 is 28. So again, if it all adds up to 50, that means 22 people have dogs. Okay? If I do 9 plus 33, that's 12. If I take 12 away from 22, that means 10 of the boys, or the males, have dogs. And then 6 plus 10 is 16. If I take 16 away from 28, that would be 12. So 22 females have dogs. And that adds up to 22. So perfect. Okay. That gives me the two-way frequency table. Then it asks me to make it a relative frequency table. So to make it a relative frequency table, that's when we need to convert all of these to percentages. So basically, you're going to divide everything by that main number, that main total there, the total of everything, the total number of people surveyed, which is 50. 50 divided by 50 is 1, which to convert anything to a decimal, you can either times it by 100. There's a percentage button on here. To convert anything to a percentage. You can times it by 100. You can push this percentage button, and it'll do it. That actually made it a decimal. Oh, it makes it worse. Oh, that converts to percentage. Okay. Sorry. That's if I'm going the other direction. What was I saying? So basically, you get a decimal when you do this. So this is 100%, right? 100% of 50. So let's do another example so you can better see this. 28 divided by 50 is 56. 0.56, right? To make it a percent, you just move the decimal twice. So it's 56%. Okay? And if I do 22 divided by 50, I get 44%. So just to double check, 44 plus 56 is 100. Perfect. That's all we're doing here. We're just dividing everything by 50. So that'd be 6%. This is going to be 20%. I'm just going to go through and do this very quickly. This would be 26%. This would be 18%. This would be 12%. This is 30%. You might be asking how I know all of these off the top of my head. Well, since this is 50, I just have to double these numbers, basically, to get the percentage. This would be 20%. And let's check and make sure I'm doing my math right. 20 plus 18 is 38. Plus 6 is 44. Great. All right, and then 12, that'd be 24%. And this is 44%. Okay. There's my relative frequency table. Then I think it's going to ask me some questions. Yes. So this would be good if it was on the same page, but it's not. What percentage of the total number of people surveyed have a cat? So total number of people surveyed is this right here, right? The total number of people that have a cat is 15, and I have that number right here as a percent. It's 30%. So 30% of the total number of people have a cat. Okay, what percentage of males surveyed have a dog? So males surveyed, this one's a little bit trickier because it's not asking what percent of the total number of people. It's asking what percentage of the males surveyed have a dog. So I have to find a new percentage here. I can't look at the relative frequency table. So when I look at this, there were 22 males surveyed, right? 10 of them had a dog. So to find that percentage, I would do 10 divided by 22, which is 45%, right? So that answer would be 45%. 45%. Okay, and then the last one, what is the percentage of the total number of people surveyed are males that have a cat? So this one I can look at the relative frequency table because it's the total number of people. So I'm just looking at the relative frequency table for the number of males that have a cat. This one right here. So if I go back and look at my relative frequency table, and this is the last time I have to turn the page, males that have a cat is 18%. So to answer that last question, and I have to turn the page for, it's 18%. Okay, and that's basically what you're going to be doing on all these. It's going to give you some stuff, and you're going to have to fill it in, and then answer some questions about the tables, basically. They're not too hard. So let's go through, and I'm going to do this very, very quickly. So Braxton recorded the age where people sat to watch a play. His results are below. So 36 plus 41 is 77 people there. And then 60 minus 39 would be 21. So that would have to be 21 children there. And then I know all three of those. Well, let's do this. So 36, 112 minus 36 minus 39 is 37. That fills in the rest of those. Okay. Then 37 plus 31 is 68. So altogether, I should have 77 plus 60 plus 68. I should have 205 people. So let's double check it both directions and make sure I did it right. So 41 plus 21 plus 31 is 93. 93 plus 112 is 205. Good. Okay, so it all matches right. Then I need to make that a frequency table, relative frequency table. So 100%, and then divide everything by 205 this time. So 93 divided by 205 is 45%. And we're going to round everything to the nearest percent here. It's actually 45.3 blah, blah, blah. But we're just going to round it all to the nearest percent here. Okay, 112 divided by 205 is 55%. And then 68 divided by 205, 33%. Because we're rounding, these may not add up quite right. They are so far, but just so you know, rounding puts in a degree of change. This is 15%. And then 37 divided by 205 is 18%. 60 divided by 205 is 29%. And then 21 divided by 205 is 10%. 39 divided by 205, 19%. 77 divided by 205 would be 38%. And then 41 divided by 205 is 20%. 36 divided by 205 would be 18%. Okay, and that would be my relative frequency table. Okay, then it's going to ask me what percentage of the total number of people surveyed sat in the balcony. So here's all the people that sat in the balcony. Total number would be 33%. So anytime it asks me for the total number of people surveyed, I can just look at my relative frequency table. If it asks me something specific, more specific than that, I need to make a new percentage, basically. Then it asks, what is the percentage of the children that sat in stalls? So children are right here. There are 93 of them. 41 of them sat in stalls. So I have to do 41 divided by 93, which is 44%. 44%. Okay? And then what is the percentage of the total number of people surveyed that are adults that sat in chairs, or sat in the circle, sorry. So adults that sat in the circle, so here's adults, circle, 19%. So 19%. Okay, not too bad. Let's do another one. I'm going to do everything here, so if you're watching, you're getting every single answer. Complete the two-way relative frequency table showing the subjects, like the best boy, or best by boy and girl. Okay, so this is a relative frequency table, so it's in decimals. It's the same as percent, right? I'm just basically gonna fill in the missing things. So everything should go to 1 if it's in decimals. So 0.23 minus 0.11 would be 0.12. Okay, and then 0.41 minus 0.2 be 0.21. I don't know why I put that in the calculator. 0.36 minus 0.17, 0.19, and then add across. So 0.11 plus 0.19 plus 0.2 is 0.5. Means this other one should be 0.5 as well. 0.12 plus 0.17 plus 0.21 is 0.5. Good. Everything adds up. Okay. So there's my relative frequency table. So if there were a total of 78 students surveyed, how many of them are female? So there are 50% of them are female. So basically I would just multiply 78 by that number. So 78 times 0.5 is 39. So 39 females there. Okay, last one. Almost there, guys. Hold on tight. So this is another relative frequency table. So again, just adding it all up, should all add up to 1 at the end. That's the total in decimals, right? So 0.24 plus 0.16, there should be a total of 0.4 in red. And then that would be 0.14, and then 0, that would be 0.06 then, which leaves 0.4 plus 0.3 plus 0.06, should be 0.7, yeah, be 0.24. 0.24, I need to turn the lights back on. Lights. Okay. They got us on timers here, guys, so if I don't do my video quick enough, they get mad at me, basically. Okay. And then, let's see, 0.18 or 0.24 minus 0.18 is 0.06, so this is also 0.06. Okay. So then we're going to add across, and hopefully if I do it right, it should add up to 1. So 0.24 plus 0.14 plus 0.18 is going to be 0.56. Okay, and then 0.16 plus 0.16 plus 0.06 plus 0.06. It's very redundant. Oh, I did 16 again. Sorry. 0.16 plus 0.16 plus 0.06 plus 0.06 is 0.44. Which would add up to 1. Good. Did all my math. Okay. So if there were a total of 150 people surveyed, how many of them were female that liked blue best? So blue is 0.06, so we would do 0.06 times 150, which is 9. 9 females liked blue. Okay, if there were 23 people surveyed, how many of them were male? So 0.56 are male, so 0.56 times 23, whoops, should be a 5. And you get 12.88. Well, we're going to round to the nearest number, so we're going to say 13. Okay? We're not going to have the decimal there. Okay. So if you got that and you wrote down the learning goal, or why am I saying learning goal? If you got that and you are good and ready, then the test you should do good on. If you have any questions or concerns, ask your teachers. We're here to help, and I'll see you guys out there.